Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one and only Mr. Dickon from Neuqua Valley High School. Go Wildcats. In this video, we are going to discuss how we can do some stat analysis on data tables where we have a frequency list as well as our individual data values. So here on our homework packet, I see from page 16, and yeah, spoiler alert, the answers are given to you. We have a data table or a frequency table that's kind of given to us in a little bit of a different manner. Here we have scores of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then how many different results had those values. So instead of listing out 0 and then 5 different 4s and then 7 different 6s and then 9 different 8s and 3 different 10s, we can represent our data kind of in a more chunked format. Over here on number 6, we have the same thing. Instead of writing out 11 1s, which is what's over here on the side, and then 21 2s, we could represent our data in this table. Now, it's not like writing these values out is the end of the world. I mean, it's not difficult by any stretch. It just takes a while and it's tedious. What I'm going to show you guys how to do is how we can have our calculator kind of do the heavy lifting for us, and we just really need to be responsible for putting in that data. Data into the table. So I'm going to go over my calculator. I'm going to press stat. I want to create a stat list for this data. I'm going to hit enter. Now I've already gone through and entered this data. So if you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause so you can enter in your L1 and L2 data. Now, when you do this, L1 represents the specific, I believe it's number of bathrooms if I'm not mistaken. Yes, number of bathrooms in a house. And then L2 is how many houses had that response. So there's 11 homes with 1 bathroom, 21 homes with 2 bathrooms, 5 with 3, 2 homes with 4 bathrooms, and someone's got some 5-bathroom mansion out there. Don't know who that is. Now, if I wanted to do some stat calculations on this, I'll go to stat, I'll go over to calc. If I do one variable statistics, what's going to happen here is it's only going to be taking the data from that L1. So it's only going to be doing the data from the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When clearly we saw from our tables, there are in fact 11 1s and 21 2s, and really not a whole lot of 3, 4s, or 5s. So this is where my frequency list comes in. Normally this was either blank or left as a 1. Now we're going to fill something in there. Our frequency list is how frequently each item from L1 shows up. Well, I filled those frequencies in on my L2. My list 2 is the frequency of each occurrence. So I have the list is L1, frequency list is L2. Now I should mention, if you have a TI-83 or even an older TI-84, when it blinks with that 1 var stats and you normally just hit enter, what you guys will have to do here is you'll enter in L1 and then you have to hit comma. Oh, it's not letting me punch that in. You hit comma L2. And that tells you what list to pull from, and then the second number after the comma will be your frequency list. I'm going to go ahead and hit calculate. So I've got my average. I've got my sum. I have the number of total data points. So there's 40 total homes that were surveyed. We get our 5-number summary, including the mean, all that fun stuff. So now from here, if I wanted to make a graph, a box whisker plot, let me go to my stat plots, second, and then y equals for the stat plot. I'm going to go to stat plot 1, sure, why not? I'm going to choose the box and whisker plot, the one that has the outlier dots, because if there are outliers, I want to know. I haven't made this yet, so I don't know if that 5-bathroom house is going to be an outlier. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We won't find out. Now here it says I want to pull the data from my X list. Yes, that's L1. But now the frequency is each one of those values shows up multiple times. If there was a 1-bathroom home, that frequency was 11. If there was a 2-bathroom home, that frequency was 21. So I'm going to change this frequency from 1 to L2. Now from here, I'll hit zoom, option 9 for zoom stat, and there's our box whisker. Now you'll notice, if I were to trace along, our min is the same as the first quartile. Our median is the same value as the third quartile. we have this number of 3. This isn't technically the max, but the way that it's drawn on our box whisker is what I like to call the sort of maximum. And then we have these values over here at 4 and 5. These are outliers because they were too far away from our quartile boundaries given the IQR we were dealing with. So what we've done here is we've taken a frequency list that had 2 columns, L1 and L2, and learned how to run the stats on that. If you do not like this method, if you're kind of uncomfortable with it, the alternative is just writing out in this column 11 different 1s, followed by 21 different 2s, followed by 5 different 3s, 2 different 4s, and 1 single 5 at the end. And then you can go about running your 1 variable statistics the way we've always done. As always, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. If I'm not your teacher, ask your teacher in class, shoot them an email, and have an awesome day.